Did you know that what you eat before bed can completely transform the quality of your sleep? You might be exhausted, but it's not just physical tiredness. It's that deep exhaustion that starts from within, a racing mind, a restless body, and a silent frustration that grows with every sleepless night. You've tried teas, apps, breathing techniques, and nothing seems to work. Sleeping, which should be a relief, has become a battle. What if I told you that there are simple, accessible, and natural foods that carry ancient secrets to induce deep sleep? Used by Buddhist monks in their nighttime rituals, these foods not only nourish the body, but also send powerful signals to the brain that it's time to rest. Truly, in this video, you're going to discover which foods these are, why they work, and how to practically incorporate them into your routine. This isn't about dieting, it's about ritual, a small gesture with a big impact, more calmness, less anxiety, and truly restorative nights. And at the end, you'll go through a practical experience, a combination of food, breathing, and visualization that will teach your body how to switch off from the day's agitation. But before we move on, answer me honestly. Do you want to sleep well tonight? Then do two things right now. Like this video and comment below. Tonight I sleep. This small act already changes your relationship with sleep. You're declaring to yourself that you're ready to flip the switch, and I'm here to guide you. To give you an example, Clara, who works in customer service and was always a prisoner of insomnia, shared that just by adding 2 of these foods to her dinner, she already felt a difference within the first week. She fell asleep faster, woke up lighter, and spent the whole day without that mental fog that used to follow her around. If you also feel like you deserve to wake up refreshed and not just survive another day, then stay here with me. There's a curious detail about Buddhist monks, even waking up before sunrise, living in simple environments without luxuries. They rarely suffer from insomnia. They sleep little but deeply. They don't have expensive mattresses, blackout curtains, or aromatic diffusers. Yet they naturally enter states of deep relaxation. Why? Over centuries, they developed nighttime rituals that go beyond meditation. A key part of these rituals is in the food, but not in the way we usually think. For them, food is not just nourishment, it's a message. It's direct communication with the body and the mind. And this brings us to the crucial point. Some of these foods have such specific effects on the body that they can literally tell the brain it's time to shut down. Few people know this, and many remain trapped in stimulants, medications, or habits that only worsen the situation. Now, imagine that some of the most powerful sleep-inducing ingredients could be right in your fridge or on your shelf, and you've never used them the right way. Today, you'll get to know these ingredients, but not just what they are. You'll learn how to use them within a ritual, a small transformational habit that sends a clear signal to your body. It's time to rest. From now on, you'll discover what science has already proven, but what the ancients already knew. Sleep begins before you lay down. It begins with what you offer your body in the last hours of the day. Let's move to the first food on the list. And if you have one of these at home, set it aside. Tonight could be your first different night in a long time. 1. Banana with cinnamon. Few people know, but banana is a true natural relaxant. Rich in tryptophan, magnesium, and potassium, it helps relax the muscles, reduce anxiety, and stimulate the production of serotonin, a direct precursor of melatonin, the sleep hormone. When combined with cinnamon, which regulates blood sugar and warms the body, the effect is even more powerful. In Buddhist monasteries in Southeast Asia, monks often consume a warm infusion of banana with spices before their final meditation of the day. This ritual isn't just physical, it's symbolic. It represents surrender, letting go, the end of control. How to use: slice a banana, warm it slightly with a bit of cinnamon, and, if you like, a drizzle of honey. Eat it slowly, with your eyes closed, breathing between bites. This isn't just eating, it's an invitation to rest. Have you ever tried preparing it this way? Leave a comment below. 2. Warm milk with turmeric. Golden milk. Golden milk is a traditional Ayurvedic drink that has also been adopted by some Buddhist traditions in the Himalayas. Turmeric, besides being anti-inflammatory, helps regulate the nervous system and acts on the gut-brain axis, promoting emotional balance. When warmed with milk, you can use plant-based milk if you prefer, and a touch of nutmeg, the result is a natural relaxant that soothes the central nervous system and prepares the body for deep sleep. How to use: warm up a cup of milk with 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper to enhance absorption, and a little honey or coconut oil. Drink it slowly, feeling the warmth spread through your body. This ritual is also a form of self-care, a pause before the end. Have you heard of golden milk before? Do you usually use turmeric at night? Share in the comments. These are just the first 2 foods, and they already bring more than just nutrition. They carry ancestral memory and an act of kindness toward your own body. In the next part, we'll explore more ingredients that you might already have in your kitchen and never imagined could change your nights. 3. Brown rice with black sesame seeds. In Japanese tradition, influenced by Zen Buddhism, brown rice is more than just food. It's an anchor. Its slow digestion helps stabilize blood sugar levels throughout the night, preventing sudden awakenings. Meanwhile, black sesame seeds, rich in calcium and magnesium, act as a natural muscle relaxant. At a Haiji monastery founded by Dogen, It's common for monks to have a small nighttime meal based on rice and seeds. The goal isn't to fill the stomach, but to send the body the message that it is safe and can rest. How to use. Prepare a small portion of unsalted brown rice. Finish with a pinch of lightly toasted black sesame seeds. Eat in silence, devoutly, paying full attention to the act of nourishing yourself. Have you ever thought about including rice as part of your nighttime ritual? Share your thoughts below. Fourth, dried plums or raisins. These small dried fruits, often overlooked, are natural powerhouses for sleep. They contain natural melatonin along with B-complex vitamins that help regulate the nervous system. In some Tibetan temples, small portions of dried fruits are offered at the end of evening prayers, a symbolic way to sweeten the end of the day. How to use. Choose 2 to 3 dried plums or a small handful of raisins. No need to mix, cook, or sweeten them. Simply eat slowly, paying attention to the texture and the sweet flavor that lingers in your mouth. This simple act can change the way your brain perceives the end of the day, not as another battle, but as a calm and sweet closure. Do you usually eat dried fruits at night? Have you noticed any effects on your sleep? These foods are not magical recipes. They are gateways, small gestures that, when practiced with presence, have the power to reprogram your body to rest. In the next part, we'll move on to the final ingredients, and soon after, how to turn all this knowledge into a structured and emotionally powerful nighttime routine. 5. Mulberry leaf tea. Little known in the West, mulberry leaf tea is used in Eastern traditions as a natural calming agent. It's rich in GABA, a neurotransmitter responsible for inhibiting excessive brain activity, and acts directly to reduce anxiety and induce deep sleep. In traditional Chinese medicine, it's believed that the mulberry leaf calms the spirit. That's why Taoist monks use it during energetic transitions like sunset to prepare the body for winding down. How to use. Boil 1 tablespoon of dried mulberry leaves in 250 milliliters of water for 5 minutes. Strain and drink 30 to 40 minutes before bed. Avoid distractions while drinking. Sip with full awareness, feeling the warmth in your throat and chest. Have you ever heard of this tea? Leave a comment if you're curious to try it. 6. Nuts and seeds. Walnuts, Brazil nuts, and almonds are rich in magnesium, zinc, and tryptophan, nutrients that together stimulate the production of melatonin and serotonin. But the secret isn't just in the nutrients. It's in the ritual of slow chewing, which sends the nervous system the signal of safety and tranquility. In some Zen traditions, the act of chewing slowly is considered a form of meditation in itself. How to use. Consume 3 to 5 pieces, chewing slowly, paying attention to the sound, texture, and flavor of each one. Avoid eating while distracted by your phone or television. This moment should belong to you. Do you usually eat nuts before bed? Have you noticed any change in your mental state when you eat them calmly? These 6 foods don't work on their own. They become medicine when inserted into a context of presence, silence, and intention. They are tools. What transforms your night is not just what you eat, but how you engage with it. In the next part, we're going to bring it all together and show you how to turn this knowledge into a practical and powerful nighttime routine that can completely change your sleep and your days. The invisible ritual that teaches the body to sleep. Turn the night into your ally. Imagine the following scene. It's 10:47 p.m. The light in your room is soft. The air feels calmer than usual. You are holding a warm cup in your hands. And as the steam rises, your body begins to respond effortlessly. Shoulders relax. Breathing slows down. You no longer have to try to sleep. You simply allow yourself. This might feel far from your current reality. Maybe your nights are filled with restlessness, racing thoughts, a sense of pressure, guilt for still being awake. Maybe you've tried everything and feel like your body has forgotten how to shut down. But what if the problem isn't you? What if the real problem is that no one ever taught your body the right way to sleep? What you're about to learn isn't a magic formula. It's a method to re-educate your nervous system based on repetition, signals, and emotion. And it starts with a simple question. What does your body associate with the end of the day? The brain doesn't fall asleep through logic. It falls asleep through sensation. Your brain is an association machine. It responds less to reason and more to frequent feelings. And that's good news, because it means you can reprogram it by creating a nighttime routine so predictable, safe, and engaging that it naturally understands it's time to sleep. You'll do this in 3 phases, all based on how your body responds to environmental signals, behavioral repetition, and specific emotional states. Phase 1. The closure signal. 60 minutes before sleep. Think of this phase as an invisible button you press to tell your nervous system, the day is over. Here, the goal is to remove the stimuli that keep your brain in an alert state. Turn off white lights and switch to amber lighting or candles. Turn off or minimize screen usage, especially news, social media, or content that stimulates comparison or judgment. Play ambient music with a slow rhythm and no lyrics, preferably something you listen to every day at the same time. This creates a subconscious auditory trigger. Why this works? Studies show that the brain enters protection mode when surrounded by overstimulating environments. Reducing these stimuli signals safety, and safety is what unlocks deep sleep. Phase 2. The nourishing gesture. 45 minutes before. Now it's time for food, but not just any food. Here, you choose one of the ingredients you learned about earlier and turn it into a fixed ritual. And most importantly, a ritual with presence. Prepare the food in silence or with soft music playing. Always serve it the same way, the same cup, the same plate, the same place in your house. While consuming it, feel the temperature, the aroma, the texture. Close your eyes between bites or sips and take deep breaths. This simple gesture, repeated every night, conditions your brain as an emotional anchor. It's like telling yourself, now, it's safe to let go. Applied technique. This is a form of sensory anchoring used in behavioral psychology to shift internal states. The more you associate this moment with comfort and silence, the faster your brain will learn. Phase 3. Emotional silence. 30 minutes before sleep. Now that your body is nourished and your mind is slowing down, you enter the most important stage, the emotional one. This phase is about shutting down not just the body, but also the internal tensions, the invisible conflicts. Take a notebook and write down 3 sentences. Something that bothered you during the day and that you now choose to release. Something you learned or realized. Something you are grateful for, even if it seems small. Then sit for 2 minutes with your eyes closed. This isn't a formal meditation. It's simply a non-doing, a conscious pause. Why this works. Expressing emotions reduces activity in the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for fear and anxiety. And gratitude activates the reward system, boosting serotonin. In simple terms, you feel emotionally safe. And sleep comes with safety. A small action that changes everything. Pause now and write a commitment. Pause this video for 30 seconds. Grab your phone or a piece of paper. Write, tonight, my nighttime routine starts at time with chosen food. Yes, write it down. Because when you declare it, even silently, you take control of your night. This sends your brain a signal of clarity and intention. This ritual isn't about sleeping well tonight. It's about teaching your body to sleep well always. Repeating gestures so simple and profound that they become automatic. And the more you repeat them, the easier it gets. Until your body does it on its own, like breathing. In the next part, you'll experience this in practice, a guided exercise of visualization, breathing, and sleep induction. Prepare a light blanket. Silence your environment, because now the transformative silence begins. Before we start, a heads up. This exercise isn't designed to work. It's meant to be experienced, because the body doesn't sleep through commands. It sleeps through permission. And now you're going to learn how to grant yourself that permission. Find a quiet place. It could be your bed or a cozy corner. Grab a light blanket, something that signals comfort. It doesn't have to be completely dark, but avoid white lights. This is your space. Close your eyes and listen. Phase 1. Connection with the body, breathing, and presence. Take a deep breath. Inhale slowly through your nose. Hold it for 2 seconds. Exhale through your mouth as if blowing out a candle gently and slowly. One more time. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Notice that with each exhalation, your body realizes it doesn't have to resist. You don't need to keep perfect posture. You don't need to force relaxation. Your body is smarter than you think. You just need to not get in the way. Now, bring your attention to your feet. Feel their contact with the floor, the mattress, or whatever is supporting you. Imagine your feet becoming heavy, warm, as if they are shutting down, like a device going into rest mode. Feel this sensation rising up through your legs, muscles slowing down, joints loosening. You don't need to force it to happen. Just observe. This lightness rises up to your hips, your abdomen, and your chest. Phase 2, guided visualization, the sleep code. Now imagine you are walking through a safe place. It could be a forest, an empty beach, an ancient temple. Whatever comes to your mind is right. You walk slowly. The ground is soft. The air is warm. There is no rush, no destination. You walk like someone who doesn't need to arrive, just to be. Ahead of you, you see a reserved space, a nest, a refuge, a place made exactly for you. Someone, maybe you yourself, prepared this place with care. In this space, there's a gentle scent, something you love, maybe cinnamon or lavender, or the peaceful scent of your own skin. You lie down in this space, and you feel your body sinking, but without weight. Everything is just right. You don't need to solve anything. You don't need to think about anything. The only thing that exists right now is the right to rest. Phase 3, emotional induction, reprogramming through repetition. As you settle into this imaginary place, say mentally to yourself, "My body knows how to sleep. I simply allow it. I am safe. I am home. I am in the right time." Nothing needs to happen right now. The now is enough. You can repeat these phrases mentally at your own pace. These phrases work as internal suggestions, retraining your mind to feel safe during stillness. The brain hears everything you say to it, even in silence. Phase 4, anchoring for future nights. Now imagine a small symbolic gesture that represents this state. Maybe touching your fingers together, gently pressing a point on your hand. This gesture will be your shortcut. Whenever you want to access this state of calm, you can repeat this gesture, and your body will recognize the way back. You are teaching your nervous system to find its way home. And the more you practice, the more automatic it will become. Now you can choose stay in this state and drift into sleep, or open your eyes and save this video to do it again tomorrow, because your body learns through repetition. And if you want to truly transform your sleep, not just for one night, but for a lifetime, this practice can be the beginning. Save this video now. Come back to it every night. Make it your invisible ritual. Your body will thank you, and you will remember what it's like to sleep in peace. You made it this far. That already says a lot. It means that even though you're tired, even though you're frustrated with sleepless nights, you're still searching. And maybe more importantly, you're giving yourself the chance to try something different, something that honors your body, your rhythms, your story. Today, you didn't just learn about foods or techniques. You learned that sleep doesn't begin when you turn off the lights. It begins when you choose to care for yourself. And to recap, here are the 6 foods that are part of this transformative ritual. Banana with cinnamon, muscle relaxation and natural serotonin production. Golden milk, milk with turmeric. Emotional balance and anti-inflammatory effect. Brown rice with black sesame seeds. Stability and nighttime security. Dried plums or raisins, natural melatonin and symbolic sweetness to end the day. Mulberry leaf tea, anxiety reduction and calming of the spirit. Nuts and seeds, nutrients for the nervous system and a ritual of presence. You also learned that how you consume them is more important than what you consume. That turning these foods into conscious gestures is what really teaches the body to switch off. And you discovered that there is a path to sleep that doesn't involve control, but surrender, and that your body already knows how to walk that path. You just need to remember. If this content resonated with you, share it. Truly, it may seem like just another video, but for someone, it could be the beginning of the end of insomnia. It could be the first step toward a life with more energy, less irritability, and more presence. Send it to someone you love. Save it to do again tonight. And comment below, I choose to sleep with peace. Because by writing that, you reaffirm this commitment to yourself. And if you want to continue this transformation, subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications. Here, sleep is not treated as a problem, but as a healing process. In the next videos, we will continue to dive deeper into rituals, foods, meditations, and ancestral practices that reconnect you with true rest. Because sleeping well is not a privilege. It is your natural state. It's what happens when you stop fighting and start allowing.